We can overcome the oil spill. We're going to overcome Katrina. But at the end of the day, it's going to take a lot more than most people thought that they had inside of them. And that's the portion that is really disheartening. Because I would be sitting here lying to you if I would tell you that people have not been affected, that people have not, we have lost so many people due to just the exhaustion, sheer exhaustion behind Katrina. And unfortunately, it affects our elderly more than anybody else. When you look at the thing, what it takes to build a life, what it takes to put together the things for your life for 60 some years, 65 years, you've been putting all this together. And in an instant, it's all washed away. And you look around and everything's gone, and then you realize, I don't have that many more years to put it back. People can give up, and it's just taking a toll. And even those who are fighters, the stress of having to fight so many battles takes its toll. Now, I'm not as old as them, but I can tell you right now, for me, it has worn me very, very thin. But I get up every morning with one thing in mind. If we can just help one more person, if we can get one more person home, if we can help them get one more thing done in order to get them whole again, then it's worth it. One of our main roles here in teaching people how to defend for themselves is to understand the political realities that they face. Very often, things happen to poor communities for one reason. People don't feel like they have power. It's essential that we build that capacity inside of this community. And to do that, we advocate for the rights of both the Vietnamese, African American, and the poor. But more importantly, we teach them how to advocate, become an advocate for themselves, how to become stronger, how to not go around any longer hoping that somebody will do something, but demanding that action be taken. And doggone it, if you're not going to take it, we're going to do it ourselves in one matter or another. We will raise enough sand, we will push the envelope, we will be in your face. We will not go away. That's the message that we continue to do. We're sitting here today fighting with our local school board, closing Nichols Elementary School. This particular school was the best school academically that this community has. It was the top school in the area. It is also the newest school. This district spent $14 million in the last 5 years to build this school, and they close it. And we're sitting there trying to figure out why. Now, we've heard all the other excuses. Well, there's a budget concern. We're running short of money. Well, at the end of the day, it's ironic that when you sit down and talk to them, they closed the school hoping that they would save $430,000. So you throw away close to $15 million worth of investment for $430,000. Oh, but did I fail to mention that they have a $10 million surplus, and $3.1 million of that is in a discretionary fund for guess what? To build a new school. So this is how ludicrous all of this is. But when you're in a poor community, people just feel like they can do whatever and get away with it. This community has been fighting back and will continue to fight back. I tell people this, and I get into trouble sometimes by this saying, don't blame somebody for kicking you. If you walking around bent over with a sign on your back that says, please kick here, and if you kick really hard, I'll give you an extra $20. Now, if you want people to stop that, take the sign off your back, straighten your back up, turn around, look at them, and the next time somebody looks like they want to raise a foot to kick you, look them squarely in the eye and say, if you think about it, I'll tear off your own leg and beat you half to death. I guarantee you they will stop kicking you. That's the message that we have to send to governments and people who have taken advantage of these communities for so long. And how do we do that? Teach them how to defend themselves, teach them how to fight back. And that's what we do. I tell people, we're no different than anybody else. What do you want for your children? What do you want for your life? A better life for your children, keep them healthy, keep them fed, educate them, and let them be the best that they can do. That's a universal want. So it doesn't matter. Some people are poorer than others. They may not have a whole lot. But just because one fellow has a 10,000 square foot mansion, it doesn't make his place any more important than the guy who has a 1,000 square foot house that he's worked all his life to produce. It means just as much to him as that 10,000 square foot house. And that's the thing. We got a lot more in common than we have in differences. It's only when we let people divide us, when we let the obvious go. That old adage, evil thrives when good men and good women do nothing, never has changed. Whenever we let something happen to the least of the people that we know, then eventually it's going to happen to us. We just have to get that. What goes around will surely come around. Before Katrina, I was a true cynic. I felt very much like you. People were basically just sorry. They didn't really care. They were not, always looking around. Katrina taught me one very, very, very valuable lesson. Katrina taught me one very, very valuable lesson. That is that there are truly a lot more people out there who really give a squat than it is those who don't. That if they have given the opportunity to make a difference, people will do it. They will give of themselves beyond any measure. They will help beyond any measure. It's just that we have gotten bought into the hype. We have bought into the news coverages where we're constantly bombarded with the evils of man, that we can't see the good. And when sometimes all it takes, and I tell people this all the time, you really want to make a difference in somebody's life? Just do it. I mean, it's just that simple. Sometimes it just means saying hi. Sometimes it means picking somebody up off the ground. Sometimes it just means, here, I'm going to do something to make a difference this day. Everything that we see as great started with one person finally just saying, heck, enough is enough. If nobody's going to do it, I'm going to do it. And all great movements start with one person who has a dream and just says, heck, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to make it happen. I don't care what you start. It started out with one. And they just, with the help of God and it makes it happen.